Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, OTA Live going down Thursday night edition, 11 to 1 a.m. Of course, catch us on Tuesdays, 10 to 1 also. Okay, Ty Harper, Res Digital. OTA Talk going down. If you don't know about that, real simple, muchmusic.com/OTA Live. Go check out all the video footage. This is like my new favorite beat. Same with Eternia.
I like where you looped it.
Eternia came in earlier like, yo, what beat is this?
Sexy we're talking all types of...
we slow danced.
All types of women's situations. Before the break, we were talking about Rihanna and how that sort of impacts the whole gender equality thing. I want to move to a totally different scenario. Women in music videos and, of course, the greater entertainment industry. The ones that actually make and profit off of being video girls, all that stuff. What's your take on that, and how does that set back or move forward that idea of gender equality in the music industry and in business?
It's chicken or the egg, supply or demand. Which one do you blame? Is that, like, to me, it's like you can either blame the supply for demand, you know, for wanting it, or the demand for fulfilling it. But it's a little bit of both, really. I mean, I can't say one or the other on that.
It's definitely a little bit of both. Because, I mean, I think in the early 90s, if you looked at any De La Soul video, any Tribe video, I mean, everyone was a lot more conscious, you know? And I think we were fighting all those stereotypes. But somehow, I think women when they think it's being free to a certain point, or just if you got it, sell it, that kind of thing. I agree to a certain point, but I think we're also kind of enslaving ourselves all over again. Because I think women in this generation, I think a lot of them take for granted what we didn't have and what everyone was fighting for, and they don't realize. So it's enslaving themselves. I see it in hip hop culture as well. It's going backwards, you know, as opposed to like speaking out and, you know, fighting things. It's talking about what you have when you don't really have it.
It would bother me a lot less if for every one video you saw a scantily clad chick, you saw another video with a chick rapping, or another video with a chick that's dressed, like, you know, that's carrying a professional role.
Yeah.
So do we blame, I guess, the media for the sort of imbalance in just pop culture, which leads to even more of that?
I think to some degree you can, but I think as women we need to kind of step up more and show that there is more diversity in the type of role that we play as far as hip hop is concerned. So,
do you think if there was more women in power in the music business that you would see as many scantily clad women in hip hop videos?
I think not. It's possible, but my experience, the times that I've worked with women, whether it be you know, as a show organizer or someone that makes beats or a DJ, or, you know, I haven't really done the running a studio thing yet. I haven't run into a woman that runs a studio yet, but my experience has always been it's been very warm, welcoming, and nurturing, and positive, and reinforcing. The tour that we did with Shantae and Bahamadia and Invincible, like, yeah, I think that you would see less of that if there was more women in power.
Yeah, it's funny because it was a long time ago when I was in the band. We were signed to a label called Loose Cannon out of Island in New York. And it was all women that run the label. It was Lisa Cortez, who signed, you know, Tony Tone, a Black Sheep, Buju Banton. And it was all women that run the label. And I remember there was a conversation about styling and what we would wear in the video. And there was one simple question in the boardroom: Ivana, will you wear short shorts? And I said, no, I won't. And that was the end of the conversation right there. And I never heard it after that. So I never found there was pressure. I mean, there's always pressure on women to look a certain way. I don't always agree. I don't actually often agree with the people imposing their views of what sexy is on you. You know, I think you're just supposed to find your own unique way and be allowed to be that. But in terms of what Eternia was saying, yeah, I do think that, you know, if there were more women in power, we wouldn't be, you know, enslaving ourselves again, because we all understand that we don't want that.
Right.
Because it just backs us up into a corner, you know?
Yeah.
But again, I don't think there's a problem with being sexy. I think if you are, like, each person, if it's genuinely a choice, whether you are going to make a lot more money or not, if that's the way you want to dress, if it's genuinely just based on that, then I think it's okay, because some people feel comfortable in their skin like that. A Pamela Lee, I don't want to see her look like a nun. That makes sense for her.
But wouldn't it be beautiful if we see all different types of women represented equally in
balance?
Media? Like, wouldn't that be beautiful?
That would be beautiful.
Age, you know, weight, whatever it is, like, you see all of it. We don't see all of that right now.